for another day in our city of dreams!
Cyberpunk 2077 was released in 2020, with it being the most anticipated and hyped game of the decade. The game gives you an option to choose between 3 different life paths, each with a different intro and unique voice lines and decisions you can make during the game. A lot of the time, RPG games have main characters that are simply a baseline for you to do whatever you want in the game. But V, the character you play as, is fully fleshed out with different origin stories that you even get to play through. V is essentially a reflection of yourself and a person of their own. The way you want your character to become, you can make it happen. There's so many different ways that you can play the game, be it guns blazing trigger finger, a butter slicing katana wielding ninja, or even the deadliest hacker that can wipe a floor with a single glance. As a player, you have the option to fully customize the appearance of your V, your hairstyle, all of your facial features, and even genitalia. Whether you choose to go with a male or female V, you have the option to choose a penis as your genitals. You get to decide if it is circumcised or not, and its size. As a female V, you can choose the size of your breasts, including the option to have or not have nipples. But you never get to see yourself in game, other than the intro sequence or when you choose to look in the mirror when you are playing. The only cutscenes in the game are in the beginning, where again you only see yourself in the mirror, or in the endings, which have different outcomes depending on the decisions you make. While you have the option to be in third person while driving, the entire game is played in first person. There are sex scenes in the game where again, you do not see yourself or your genitalia. So what is the point of having all of these customizable options for creating your V if you rarely see yourself? The option of character customization in Cyberpunk 2077 and other virtual worlds may appear to be an illusion of choice that provides a superficial sense of personalization, but it allows users to express their sense of identity and individuality, creating a space for self-discovery and authenticity in the virtual realm. While the limitations and underlying design choices of the game still exist, the act of character customization can provide a sense of agency and empowerment to the user, allowing them to feel more connected and invested in their virtual experience. Legacy Russell writes in Glitch Feminism, a manifesto that, "The body then is a site of unending construction, where we are consistently piecing together new identities by means of various appendages and accessories. The clothes we wear, the tattoos we ink, the piercings we don. These are all ways of adding to our bodies, but what about subtracting? What about the process of glitching, of purposefully distorting the image of the self? What if we saw this as a radical act of modification? What if we approached the body as a canvas not only for creation, but for destruction? The modification of skin and bodies is seen as a way to subvert traditional notions of beauty and challenge societal expectations. Glitches, errors, and other forms of digital manipulation allow glitch feminists to reclaim control over their own bodies and identities, and to create new forms of beauty and self-expression that transcend traditional norms and boundaries. On an ontological level, changing one's skin virtually means manipulating the appearance of one's digital or virtual self. It involves modifying the visual representation of oneself in a simulated or virtual space through the use of skins, avatars, or other forms of digital representations. This act of virtual skin changing challenges traditional notions of identity and embodiment. It raises questions about the nature of selfhood, the relationship between the physical and digital world, and the role of technology in shaping our perceptions of ourselves and others. Virtual skin changing also highlights the fluidity and malleability of identity in the digital age, where individuals can create and modify their online personas at will. This process of virtual self-creation can be empowering, allowing individuals to explore different aspects of themselves and express themselves in ways that may not be possible in the physical world. However, it can also be problematic, as it can contribute to the fragmentation and disconnection of the self from its physical and social contexts. When Russell writes, "What if we approach the body as a canvas not only for creation but for destruction?" We can get scared to harm the physical bodies that we have in the real world, but our digital, virtual bodies, we can do whatever we want to them in order to make us feel like what we truly are. The point of customizing your character in Cyberpunk 2077 is to create a personalized and unique experience that allows you to express your individuality and engage with the game world in a way that feels real and meaningful to you. Because in the end, whether it be in the real world or in the virtual world, all that we want is to feel like we belong to the body we live in. It doesn't matter what others think of you when they look at you. What matters is that when you look in the mirror, the eyes that stare back at you are the same ones that look into them.